Right, Hawks Cup Grand Final. Always a bit of a calendar that I put in, mainly because I work for it, and I've delivered 99% of this competition. And now I get to commentate the grand final, so that maybe there's some just desserts. It's been busy getting all the representative from each comp and getting it all organised. Well done to all the schools. A big day for them as well. Not easy to get schools. Aaron Robertson, Declan Slater, the AFL Sports Ready trainee from the Ulverston Football Club, lives in... Actually, I won't say where you live. That's a bit much, isn't it, mate? He lives near a beach. It's quite nice. We're just saying he doesn't think Lonnie weather's that great. He thinks it's too cold. I agree. However, I reminded him summers are magnificent in Launceston. However, no beach. So now, you live on the beach, mate. We just need better weather up the coast, and I'll move there. Yeah, Sunshine Coast. Well, be careful. It's not that sunny. It rains 30% more rain in Ulverston than there is in Launceston. Wow, that is a true statistic.
Now, looking out there, I think we've got a Sam Husband joining us.
Yes, I saw Sammy. He walked past me in the change room. He had his kit off. So we saw Pringle, the Wynyard lad, have a run for 10 minutes in his PE kit, which I hope someone has a dip at him on the bus on the way home. That was outrageous. Just rocking the PE strip. He had the jumper over the top. And Husband will line up, who had a really good grand final game. Had some senior footy this year in the Premier League. And we're going to be smack into it as Port will move into the ruck. It's grand final time. St Pat's pretty heavily beaten by MacKillop in the lead-up game, but the big guns have come on the stage and they'll make some changes, Mitch Hill. And they'll seize Dawkins with an early touch. Will lift our intensity in the box. It's gone up towards half forward. And a big yell from the middle was Hoare, who had a good game. His right boot's been dangerous all day. That's a wonderful delivery out wide. Aldridge with it.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
This is brilliant from Aldridge. It's really aggressive. Russell now. This is the three that combine so often in the lead-up games. Wrestling from behind. Singline in front. It's hot early. 3 games in a row. It's holding the ball. MacKillop with an early charge. Low entry inside from Doyle. That was delicious, and that's what we've seen from MacKillop all day. And we've got it in the hands of Sheen.
It's a good look to start off. Directly in front, kicking from about 40 metres out. I like his chances with the white boots.
Yeah. Well, we wandered into the Marist. So, g'day. Harry Conkey was the winner of the Marist medal for the best player across the Hawks Cup. They're having some lunch. They're going to come out and watch after they've changed. This is the first shot on goal at Sheen. Deceive. He can level one. No, he can't. He misses. That's an annoying miss from MacKillop. Going to the right, the southern end, the velodrome end for those that are over the age of 55. Used to be a velodrome there. Hernick will bring it in. He'll play deep and they'll launch again. Lagos, he'll go long, top of the square. And a fumble at the back. And over the line.
That's a professional fumble right there.
Yeah, we've got a couple of numbers we haven't got. I still haven't got 25 to see who's down the boundary line. I've literally got no staff floating around. We've all got a role. We've got a couple of staff in the scorer's box. We've got 2 of them umpiring. We've got 2 in the commentary. The only staff member currently active at the moment is trying to sort out stuff in the NTFA finals on the weekend. So I haven't got anyone in the boundary. What's happened to Danyan? He must be floating somewhere. Here it comes. Long and another. That record that's been taken. A mark. So sun shining, 13, but not warm enough for you, Declan. Deep into fence, St Pat's. It's all going MacKillop's way at the moment. It's been stolen here by Ladder, who swings it to the right. And they're missing goals galore.
There's plenty of options on the inside then, but he went there. Nah.
No, he saw the goals and he was not going anywhere. Hernick. We'll lace them up. It's a good long kick as the wind has actually swung a little bit. I expect the southerly to come in at some stage. It feels like a southerly. That's a poor kick. And he was looking for Walker and it went too far. The play on call.
They've played played pretty wide all day, but they've sort of gone a little bit more corridor just then.
Flick from James. Tumble ball inside forward 50. The bump over. It'll swing out the back, and Allen's in charge. Now it's towards Freeman. Top of the square, and the defensive punch by Hernick from behind. The plan by Hernick, he's got a player at the top. Best on in game number 1. Dawkins now with the run. Can go to Millwood. Decides his foot's the best option.
Great hands.
Terrific grab. Chappell now. He's had a good grand final experience so far. Long to Husband, who's come on. He's got the guns ready. Handball to himself, and the right boot is into some space. A little hold off the ball, not called. It looked like Port gave away a free. And as they've done, when they run off half back, they look by far the best school today. It's a little long. The foot race is on. Sheen first. He's got a mate over the top. He's now got a lead from James. He'll go past him. He'll look shorter again for Freeman. Just a little wide. Bouncing off Allen. Snap over the top. It's going to be the first for MacKillop. Yes, it is.
That's fancy, that is.
Missing the player who kicked that one there, Deck. It was Allen near the Freeman near the footy. And also Allen was there. And over the back.
I think it was
Barwin. Zachy Barwin. There he is. He's got the goal. So he's kicked 4 across the grand final so far. And he's first. And they're away MacKillop with a slight breeze. In saying that, though, I reckon it's swung. I reckon it's now gone from a north-northwesterly to a westerly. It's now, I nearly reckon, a southwesterly. It's actually blowing potentially now to the northern end of the ground, and they've kicked it into the breeze, which means we've lost a couple of degrees of temperature. I've got to light the fire again tonight. Russell taps it. Gee, they've been good out of the middle. Hall's been wonderful.
Oh, that's a great dish.
He's so creative. His hands have been really electric today. It's half forward now. This overlap run and then the aggressive ball inside forward 50. Aldridge was nutmegged. Tries to go back again. Singline rush kick. It's effective to Walker. He pops his head up and looks to go the 45. Dawkins takes the mark. Just in front of Doyle. Now he dribbles it up towards half forward. Once again, MacKillop set up exceptionally well. The breakout kick. And I really annoyed Dawkins there because that's not his player. He's like, hang on, we turned it over and he's all by himself. Long entry inside forward 50. At the back covering is Millwood. He could be in some strife, and the umpire agrees. There's players galore in the middle. And the dangerous hands of Aldridge, and Jackie's got it. He quickly does the same. And he centred it even further. He didn't gain any meterage then.
No. It's all right, though.
Yeah, and it's Dunham who's kicked one already and does have good feet.
Sharing the ball about a bit. Some Pats again, though. Just a little bit off on their defence. Not quick enough to react.
Yeah, this is very impressive so far from MacKillop. And Aldridge's kick, it looks very solid. They've got... No, late, very late it swung. No one's got the right-hand goalpost, even with the southwesterly blowing.
Got a good setup here. Some Pats have all started clamped together and they'll spread.
If the ball gets to Walker, in fact it's not Walker,
grabbing at the hammy.
It's Chappell. He'll go middle.
Kick.
Hernick has a runner, decides Dawkins is his better option. It eludes Dawkins, just a little miss with the kick. Davey on ball at the moment. Hernick comes into the ruck. I should say that's Harry Blythe into the ruck. Loose ball. They've gone try to go off the ground. Philpott had it. Eludes him.
Look at the toe on him.
Russell again with some leg speed. That's not a bad kick. It's going to pop out the back and he can just keep it in. Couldn't. And Allen takes it over. So Russell Allen, there's plenty of speed in this MacKillop side. Sam Husband on for the grand final, not playing in the first couple. He might only play a little bit just to give him a little bit of a run. The rebound came to Millwood, up to half forward. Blythe's left boot into space, a little indiscriminate. Davey fell over, and the flick out handball. Brickick now gets it back to Blythe, who just missed the hands. Russell came through and caused the turnover. At the ground was Husband. Aldridge on the edge, spins out of the shopping trolley and pops it up to centre wing.
It's good insert, Mark. Can go too. Go in the corridor. In the middle of the ground.
Millwood's got 2 to kick to. He could have taken on Patterson. Up to centre half forward. A little bit of a nudge. It should be a free here to Chappell. He's got a player and one out in the goal square. Bump from Husband.
Yeah. Great
He's
body work.
very good one-on-one. And he'll be lining up. He kicked a goal identical by a bit of bodywork in last year's Sardis grand final. So, and he's only 15 still, I'm pretty sure. So I think he was just 15 then, or maybe he's even, might have been 14. He's going to be directly in front. And he's missed. That's a very poor miss from Husband.
He did all the hard work and then couldn't finish off his work. So there it goes now.
There's a short option for Verney. Really good utility, can play pretty much any position on the ground.
I've been impressed with this all day.
Hall, yeah, this is that, so they can do the patient. Hall is being the player to launch into the middle and take. Still don't mind that
I
kick.
don't mind it either.
Yeah, it's been pinched by Hernick. It's not the best kick from him, and he's usually a little better user than that. Now the run is on through James. He had Russell to go. The handball was in the middle between 2 of his teammates. That was great defensive work from Singline. There's some dash from Maxi Dawkins. He'll get a repeat. Gets to 50. Drills it up. Husband at the back. He's got a couple of MacKillop players to beat. He's not kicking that.
Who went the Nate Caddy?
He's Brickick and out of bounds. Oh, right. This is a real different feel, isn't it, Deck, to the last couple of games? Feels like it's lifted.
Yeah, the intensity's gone up. Both teams definitely want to win the grand final.
I played for a school that actually didn't play school footy, unfortunately. And this must mean a lot. Dawkins, tight in the pocket, a little too tight. And went the wrong way, out of bounds on the full. So 1-5-11, and St Pat's have had a little bit of the play. MacKillop should be up by 3. Both teams are wasteful in front of the goals. There's the wind now favouring the left-hand side of the screen.
That's a shame.
There you go. Well, the wind's pushing it that side of the ground. So we've seen a lot of play, as is the case on the westerly side, I should say the easterly side of the ground, which is often the case as the wind will take it that way. It's now the defensive side of the ground. We've got a little stoppages. The ball's annoyingly gone over. Oh, we've got a spectator over there. That's helpful. That was a sensational return in. So St Pat's with the ball. The short entry goes. The mark's been taken.
Well, they actually just bet them with their own bread and butter than St Pat's. MacKillop was just a little bit slow to react, and they just found a nice little easy option.
And Hernick's got the ball. I keep saying Hernick's, Harry Blythe. Sorry. Sorry to the Blythes and Hernicks. I've called these guys that many times this year in different footy. Blythe has actually not got the distance. Climbing the goal square. Oh, they like that. And there's an easy one around the corner for Chappell. He's been really good, Chappell. And he's steadied the ship for St Pat's their first goal in the grand final. They're 1-1, 7 to 1-5. We see pretty good mark from Blythe, but his left foot just didn't go anywhere.
Well, it's been nice to see. Every set shot today has dropped short.
Yep, that's a very good point, yeah.
Nearly every single one.
And maybe Ricky just need to be on the ball again then too, because it was a little easy, but it was probably going to be an easy goal regardless. So Blythe will claim that was a pass. We'll all see it for what it was. It was a shot that fell short and a really good mark taken by Ethan Chappell. He's having a cracking game. Port, there's a little tug of the jumper and a free here to Hall. And that's 50.
Oh,
well, not 50. Okay, so he gave him a little warning. Get back on the stop. Don't mind that. That horse, he has belted that footy to the back. Voss was the target. He's missed him, and free kick has been found for the hold. Millwood goes short. Was probably the right option.
It's definitely the right option.
Yeah, from Millwood. Chappell was first. Now it's back to Hoare. He'll run around after the footy. He'll rush it inside the forward 50. Long coming out. It rebounds out to Ellis Wickham. Defence working overtime for St Patrick's at the moment. And that kick just went a little too far, and Russell has it. He goes towards the pocket, over the head of Long, hits the deck.
Oh.
It's off the back. Oh, he just indiscriminate with a handball, and Singline in defence finds his mate in Patterson.
Good locating kick.
Yeah, certainly the long options where they're doing now. The run of St Patrick's.
Oh, run past
Just a couple of kicks, isn't it, Deck? St Pats have just missed. Back both teams. And it's fatigue that becomes a factor.
Fatigue, but I definitely think the pressure rating has gone up.
No, absolutely. Both teams are preparing for this as Philpott curls it around the corner. And Doyle sees it over.
In the first matchup for St Pat's and MacKillop, we definitely saw a lot more run, and I think that the game stopped a little bit. It's come to a little bit of a standstill.
Yeah.
A bit more contested.
Much more contested, isn't it? Port in the ruck. Doyle fighting. Dawkins. Chip. Should find Nichols. Goes past him. Swing onto the boots. Dawkins has rushed in to grab this one. He gets tackled. And he had the footy, didn't he? Or is he saying he didn't pick it up and then got held? We'll see again. So probably Dawkins should have taken them. Oh, he got taken on. Spot on it from the umpire. He certainly saw that better than me. Is Dawkins to kick the second for St Pat's and has no trouble. And he's second across the final so far. He's first in the grand final. And St Patrick's College steady.
Well, he's just dangerous, isn't he? Gets on his bike. He started that original contest. Got on his bike, got front and centre. First to react. He ends up with a goal.
It'll be interesting to see. So MacKillop have played 3 in a row. And now they'll have to work out if St Pat's, they need a lead at half time. They're now in deficit 2-1, 13 to 1, 5-11. They'll be frustrated they were unable to get an extra couple in that early stages when they had the dominance. Doyle was good. The hands were better. Russell runs. Low ball to the back.
Oh.
It might have been a push. It's been rushed out the back. Long will have to chase this down. Well, I'd be interested to see who that one is. I mean, I think generally that an NTJFA final, that was actually called deliberate, that one. But it looked like the right call as Hernick looks up. He looks like he might have had a fresh fade. That's very good.
So strong.
Chappell has been wonderful. Now some run. Walker will get there first. Husband over the top. What a tackle. That was needed because he was away. Scooping down. Philpott screws it up towards the goal. He's missed, and that was very good from MacKillop because St Pat's were away.
St Pat's are peppering them now. They're peppering the goals. See if we can get a response out of them.
Yeah, needed then Johnson. So they've been good all day at working the ball out. MacKillop. They're going to have to go long up the line to the ruckman. Doyle will jump first. Sorry, to Johnson, the one who took a specky van.
Well, hope MacKillop aren't going into their shells, and that's probably their first real down the line to a tall target all day. They've gone the short 45s and worked their way up the ground all day, so hopefully they don't go into their shell.
Dawkins held in the tackle. That's been the story from MacKillop. Their work around the footy's been great. Chappell takes it. Blythe gets it. Husband gobbles it, plays on, and he's had an influence. He's got a couple. In fact, he's actually got one because he missed one. And now a little advantage after a dominant first 7 or 8 minutes. Blythe's been good around the footy, and the Husband just a little bit of body work, and he follows up and finishes the goal. So nearly first half action, game high lead here for St Patrick's, 3-2-20 to 1-6-12. 8 points advantage. And a bit of a breather maybe needed from MacKillop because the last 6 or 7 minutes have been all St Patrick's. However, every time MacKillop go forward, they've got a range of options. Their midfield's probably still winning the game. Doyle in the ruck. Clearance for St Pat's. And chases on. He went into the tackle then. You could nearly say he had an opportunity or at ground. And Philpott with a rush ball. Russell at the back. He's just go long again, isn't it? So this has happened again. Dunham will have to fly, and the halftime siren comes at 3-2-20 to 1-6-12. Singles to Dawkins, Husband late. He had a couple, and Chappell. And a goal to Barwin was the only one. Some missed opportunities. We'll see some highlights, but some work for MacKillop, even though they had probably the first 10 minutes was mostly their work, and St Pat's deck did work their way back into the game.
Yeah, well, I've mentioned Benji Russell a fair bit today, and I actually thought he was quite quiet in that first, so hopefully he can get back on his bike. He's their barometer for him, so he's their spark. I think they get their bold movement from his movement, but St Pat's really come to play. Dawkins, and then Husband, he's made an influence straight away, so hopefully we can get a more fast-paced feeling game in the second half.
Well, I'd be interested does MacKillop try and speed up because they've slowed it down. So the first two games and the first game where they won by 5 goals over St Pat's, and St Pat's have made a few positional changes. There's a Husband mark and the missed shot here from Husband. But I think MacKillop need to play exactly the same way they played in game number 2, which is took the corridor on. Johnson and Co were off half-back. Hall was in the middle. Lattner was doing well. Talbot and Aldridge. Voss was involved. Dunham was throwing Legolas, all these players, but they're all going to be quiet. Yeah, well, they haven't taken a long option in the first 2 games that they played. Now we just saw them take 3 in a row. So, I think the 45s need to come back. We go through the corridor. Even before, they were going wide and short 45s, and now they've just gone straight down the line kicks. Well, we'll see what's going to happen. It's the grand final in the Tassie Hawks Cup. It's still very close. 8 points. St Patrick's looking revenge, losing last year's grand final, losing earlier to MacKillop, but they've played some numbers, they've moved some players around, they've rested some in different spots. Sam Husband's come on and had an influence with 4 or 5 really good touches and a goal. We'll be back for the second half action very soon. What an intriguing match in the Hawks Cup Grand Final. Aaron Robbs, Declan Slater here in the box, watching on, intrigued by what might happen next. Deck, I'm curious. MacKillop, have they run out of puff and have St Pat's made the moves? And can they find their aggressive run again?
Well, yeah, I think St Pat's just come out gun blazing. They've probably scared MacKillop into a bit of a shell, so I really hope that the likes of Russell can help them break out of it, because the way they were moving the ball in their first two games was unreal. So let's bring that back, MacKillop, and hopefully we've got a close game on our hands.
They've got Bowen up forward. They need him busy. They need to get some deep entry into him. Let's see what it entails. Doyle hands, Dawkins receives for St Pat's. Tumble inside forward 50. Verney there first. And a long chase for Ladder.
Yep. Should be a kick. Last touch.
Well, no, we've got the boundary throw up now. So we've got the boundary umpires in. So we've got they've actually called that deliberate, or I should say, not making enough attempt. Now they've worked it out. It's getting your ball up. That's better.
Oh no, we're going back.
Well, I don't know what's going on. Now we've got a ball up.
We're going back.
We had confused the umpires because we threw in the boundaries quite late, wanting to make life a little easy. And then St Pat's brought two of their players, which are umpires. A couple of them out there at the moment, so thanks to those guys. Big game for Husband on the weekend. I assume he's in the senior side for North. He's had some coach leads games this year. Just a couple of tasters is the word I'm looking for Sam. He's come on for the grand final. We saw Pringle have a little run for 8-10 minutes, was it, in the last game for Morris. He'll be playing for Wynyard on the weekend in the NWFL grand final at Trobe against Devonport. Plenty to like. Quite a few guys will be running around for South Lonnie too, across their grand finals on the weekend, the 18s. Don't know any will be coming in the reserves game, which I'm going to call. That's a long one up towards half forward. 3-2 to 1-6. The lead to St Pat's by 8. They came from behind in that quarter after MacKillop had 1-4, I think, on the board until St Pat's scored. They've lost a little bit of their drive and run.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't quite get out. Could have been high. The umpire agrees. Nichols now. Pretty average ball from Nichols. Sure he was going for us. Verney takes it. He's got a player short. That's a poor kick from him. It's just a few mistakes happening. Poured in there. Gets some run through the middle. The rushed entry inside the pocket. Husband out first. We'll try and get it around the corner. He's got the van after him. And over the boundary line.
There's been a couple efforts though for MacKillop then. I like the attempt of going nice and quick. Just keep going, it'll come off eventually.
So St Pat's to the right-hand side of the screen this last quarter. Probably, if there's any advantage, Breeze is going to the northern end of the ground. Talbot, high ball up. Dawkins at the back. And Russell at the front. Great grab.
Looking at that matchup right there, I think they've put Russell and Dawkins to run with him. So
don't mind it, because he'll get a bit of the ball himself. This is good from Van. He's run off and he's got the footy. So Van Johnson now, he's got some good athleticism. He's put a wobbly punt into play. Long had a lot of work to do. They can get this over the boundary line. They'll be happy here, MacKillop, because it wasn't the best long entry. But once again, Deck, they've decided to go very wide.
A little bit of territory, not the worst result. Let's see what they can do on the centre wing.
So that one just falls a little short as the ruck comes in and the ball scoots up towards the half-forward line. The tap comes across and finds Hernick. He rushes it out. The run on here. Dawkins had it. And Russell at the back. His handball's gone to Husband. He looks up. Right boot. Puts it to the left. A long way to the left.
No score.
Had a bounce on the full. He probably had a little bit more time, or he could have accelerated. Just see what the wind strength is at the moment. Yeah, it's certainly peaking at the moment. It's a It's a straight westerly, so it swung again. Maybe in a south-westerly. It's straight westerly now. Straight across, pretty much straight across UTAS. Maybe just slightly favouring as the left-hand side of the screen as Hoare goes up. He needs to get busy. They need to get a few wins out of the stoppage and get a rush ball upside. That's maybe high, or it could be then holding the footy ground level. It finds Nichols and the umpire finds his whistle.
Yeah, once again, though, both teams are a bit slow to react. They should be all spread and there should be plenty of options, plenty of movement, but there's a bit of a standstill at the moment.
Riley Sheen goes long. Doyle at the back. Just rolling around. No one's able to take possession of it. So we're nearly gone a quarter way through this last half of what's been a tremendous couple of days here at York Park. That might have been high. It was. So here's a chance for MacKillop. And there's just asking the players to get back. Oh, not cramp, is it? Aldridge, he's gone short.
I like that. Change the angles.
This is more like what we saw from MacKillop. Here comes the leads. There's good defensive work. Flick out, the handball. Oliver was there, and the rushed exit by St Patrick's. Husband's come a long way up the field. He'll go to the middle with his boot. He's finding Dawkins. He's got a runner over the top. It looks like Walker holds onto the football, looks up. He's got Blythe in the goal square. Now he comes to the footy. He's gone further afield, though. It was very good kick in the ends.
It's very smart from Dawkins there. He knew all the players were up with him, so he had to hold onto the footy, let everybody retreat back, and then he just waited for an option to present.
So Chappell's been dangerous all day. He's been really versatile. He's played on the ball. He's now taking a sweat off. The Dawkins sweat, maybe. And he's having a shot. And this will be a crucial kick for Ethan Chappell. He's well inside the 50. Gets close to the par in the mark and drills the goal.
Drills up. They just started with Dawkins, though. Just that composure to hold on the football, wait for an option to present itself, and then take it.
So for MacKillop, the disadvantage of they played Thursday last week in a 12-minute quarter game at Lauderdale. Then maybe a few of them might have still played 18s. Not sure about all the team on where they were. If there was any running around in senior footy on the weekend. They then had a couple of days off. They've now had the third game in a row. So they're actually, you could actually argue they're into their sixth quarter right now. St Pat's also in their sixth quarter, but they've had a break. They need a bit of magic now, MacKillop, to get their way back into this as Hoare gets taken down. A couple of years ago, St Virgil's made it through. And they made it through maybe the fifth time in a row. They dominated the Hawks Cup for many years. And their school said, we're coming a couple of hours early. We want to play the first game. I'm a bit worried about playing three in a row. Not sure what time they got on the road, about 5 o'clock. Anyway, free kick off half back. It's Millwood's ball. Dawkins wide. Millwood runs for the handball. He'll get it now. No, they're going to go a little longer. And Chappell, the goal kicker. He's got Gazelle, who's been quiet in this game. The high entry should be knocked away by Brickick. Husband tries to use his pace, or I should say use his strength, and gets it around the corner and kicks a stunning goal.
Wowee. Well, that's just class from the man. He's done it in Coates Talent League, he's done it in the Under-16 Carnival, and now he's doing it here at the Tassie Hawks Cup.
Yeah, he's just turned it on. Just hard to tackle. These are the signs of the really good players. When they get near a contest, they're able just to keep space. Very hard to tackle.
Well, this makes it quite hard for MacKillop. It's now a four-goal game, really. So they need to put the burners on. We need to see the likes of Russell get on his bike and drive this midfield.
Yeah, so, I mean, it could be a grand final opportunity. Interesting to see what happens. He hasn't played any of the finals so far for North Von in the NTFA. It's punched backwards by Nichols. The work to be done now, it's becoming a little hard. They need this man to get the run game going. Had a player over the top. Now they're lining up here at the moment. Sheen now goes short. Well, that was good. That's what they did throughout the first 10 minutes and also at their first 2 games.
Much better. They used the short ball very well. So definitely, I think at the start of this game, they would have just taken the first kick then. They used that way to let the player get drawn in, handball over the top, and then find the short option.
So Freeman in the pocket. This is kickable. He's got to start at the left. He's started far too out. There's still a chance in the goal square as they flew up for the footy. Patterson at the ground. He slips over. He's in some trouble. They need to get a few players around the ball now. Rushed across the face of goal. Walker will get to it first. Good chase down on him. There's that aggressive kick from Walker. Dawkins.
2-on-1.
Husband now comes. No player over the top. He'll try and stay.
Great tackle.
And that's very good defensive work. Great start from Van Johnson, who's tried his heart. He's looked good when he runs off, Husband, but in the one-on-one, it's a little bit more harder work. So we're just gone halfway through as Russell off half-back. Just the kick's now missing. He's got the run coming past from Hoare. He could have gone further once he gathers the footy. He's got Russell at the back. He picks it up now. Quick hands to Hoare. He needs some help. Here it comes. And that's just too good from Walker, who wins the free from a great tackle.
And they're just not as clean as they were in the first 2 games.
Yeah, it looks like fatigue is starting to play a role in this game. But still, they're having a couple of good minutes here. They're suddenly, after all that, they're actually taking the game on. Russell now.
Great kick.
That's good. It's gone wider. So this is okay when they build it up and they try and find some run off half back with James. He's got a player in board. He holds for now. Oh, no, it's no good at all. I can see they're trying to be aggressive, aren't they? MacKillop and takes some risks, but at the moment, St. Pat's have got everything covered. And cramp will soon be the thing that comes into play. It's Chappell, I think, might be the first. Walker's been run with at the moment. And Chappell kicks up to half forward.
Need some pickle juice, Aaron.
Well, whatever it is, you'll need something as Philpott comes down, held without the footy. And that could be a high tackle. Yes, it is. And another player just holding themselves at the moment. So Aldridge's been great. He's had a fair bit of the ball now. Woodward.
Oh, no.
Another missed drop by Brickick. Dawkins. Round the corner, Dawkins. Hits the post.
Woodwork. Is that a couple today, Dawkins?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one for us to choose, Deck, the best player for St. Pat's. I've got a couple on the list for MacKillop. Dawes at the back. He'll get the handball. No, we'll go past him. Johnson.
Good pressure. They're just doing the right things at the moment, St. Pat's. Haven't put a wrong foot forward, actually, this game.
Yeah, they played it well. They've played the experience of being here before and the mistakes of well, not necessarily mistakes of previous years, but the knowledge of what it's like to be playing the 2 games, the break, potentially making the grand final, what you got to do with your players. A lot of senior Sardis players here, so that play up in the sort of year 10, 11, 12 space.
All right, MacKillop need to get some running through this stoppage here. They drive that momentum.
It's not going to work if they've got no runners around the footy. Toe poke off the ground. Gazelle picks at the back. Nearly a juggle. Dawkins at the ground. 1-on-1 in the goal square. It's a little wide. It's still in play, though. It's one of those annoying spots. Should handle over the top. Doesn't. Could have gone to Woodward. This is where they've had a bit of a battle. It's where they've been so good, but they've gone to Russell. He'll go aggressively. That's better from Russell. So they've got 6 minutes to make something happen. Ladder swings it out wide, and the run now from Sheen. He'll go short. Got to nail that kick, though. He could probably come back again. James around the corner. And he hasn't favoured his teammate as a rush kick comes out from St Patrick's and he picked up. So Adams has it. He has one player on short, and the tired legs of MacKillop College starting to play their role as St Pat's maybe have given up shop as the tumble punt comes in. It's back into the goal square for MacKillop. And that's probably holding the ball, I reckon. Yes, it is. No, it's not. I'm wrong. Tough one.
No, I'm with you there, and I reckon that one was... I reckon he took him on.
Took him on, yeah. Yeah, not the worst decision in the world. Terrific tackle by Freeman. Short up option, and they're just missing targets galore at the moment. MacKillop a little wasteful, so you've got to say Hamble's missed as well. Freeman had it. Now St Pats have got it back. Rolling footy to Woodward. Had a couple of good minutes. And the centre kick finds Nichols. Left boot's usually pretty good. Thought initially he was going to go inboard to Dawkins and found a kick from the opposition. The kick's unfortunate. It provides Woodward with a lot of work to do. Russell now has been given up on some of the finesse, but that's a little better. They need to keep running here. And Russell is the one that just keeps going for MacKillop. Long entry inside forward 50. Back of the pack, his numbers. Matty Hernick's kicks a wet past him. And I reckon that's going to go out. We'll interested to see what the umpire calls. Throw in. Even if it's a skill error, it's still out of bounds, deliberate, isn't it? Well, not showing intent. They're going to chuck it back into play. We've got around 4 possibly left in the grand final. It's going to be a St Patrick's victory. They're going to take it again. It's been a couple of years since they had a victory in the Hawks Cup. And it's lovely to see MacKillop College make it through. They are a pretty decent side at the moment. I reckon there's a few of these guys that might want to be back here next year. The ball goes forward. MacKillop with one last chance to impress. Sheen lays the tackle and we get a stoppage. 25 out left pocket. And the umpire's going to come in and say, hang on, let's just hold this one. He just slung him after. I mean, he could have argued that's a free. An aggressive tackle as Mildwood is forced to the ground. That's possibly high as well, Deck, I reckon.
Sure, he's cold. Yeah, he has cold it.
Yeah, quick entry, and he's straight over his head. So we're winding up what's been a wonderful couple of days here. And when I woke up this morning and saw the sun shining after my daughter and I enjoyed the thunderstorm we had over our house last night, we're more than happy with the better weather. With Sacred Heart did it yesterday. It was great to see them come up the highway and win the Hawks Cup for the first time. Certainly since I've been around involved in it. Still opportunity for MacKillop to score late as Oliver releases it out. I reckon I've got my number one player.
Yeah, I've definitely got mine
for MacKillop. I reckon St Pat's been a bit harder. They've had a sort of a broader contribution. What can James do? He's constantly found it, and you can see the class of St Pat's. They've shut up shop knowing they're going to probably take this out as Hernick's got the ball deep in defence from Prospect Footy Club. Long ball from him.
It's really in the back.
It was a pretty obvious one for Will Tatchell to call. You won't get many easier than that as Ladder says, yeah, look, I'm definitely the one who did that. Graham. So Hernick now launches it up the line with maybe a minute left max in the grand final. St Patrick's College are going to get a victory in the Hawks Cup thanks to Road Safety Advisory Council. As players cramping, a long bus trip back for MacKillop to the Eastern Shore on top of the hill. No footy ground really at their school either, actually. I think they play Gilston. Most of the games are at Gilston Bay in the south, the Sardis games, but they've only got a soccer ground at MacKillop up on top of the hill. And that will about do it. And the players don't even want to touch the footy in St Patrick's College. Win the 2025 Tassie Hawks Cup, brought to you by Road Safety Advisory Council. 5-3-33 to 1-6-12. Multiples to Husband and Chapel. And in the end, you'd say Declan MacKillop ran out of puff after dominating game number 2 over St Pat's. But Husband's little electric moments for him coming into the grand final after sitting as a sub for the last couple certainly had a difference, but they had plenty of good users.
Very, very impressed with both teams, but for St Pat's, the way these two teams first played, and for St Pat's to completely flip the switch and changes the script of the game, I thought was very impressive. Their defence was sound in that last game, so very impressive, but plenty to like from the MacKillop boys. I thought, for me, Russell was quite influential with his run and dash, so plenty to like, and hopefully they'll be back next year.
Yeah, it was a very good effort. It was great to see MacKillop. I've seen a few of these guys in rep footy in STJFL, but lovely to see them playing in the red and white stripes in the MacKillop strip for their school first time through. St Pat's, on the other hand, well, they've done another premiership for their side, winning over Prospect College a couple of weeks ago. What was a pretty tight game in the end. They threw a fair bit at them, a very good Prospect team, but MacKillop winning through in a heart-stopper against Clarence High School last week. They came up, they dominated game number 1 against St Pat's. They had a further steady game against a much-improved Marist Regional College. But some movement from Mitch Hills, the coach of St Pat's, some lift from Walker and co, and then that little spark from Sam Husband did the job for St Patrick's College, just enough for them to get across the line. Thanks to everyone that was involved with the stream. And we're going to have a bit of a breather. We've got some grand finals coming up this weekend across the state as our Premier League finishes across. So thanks to Ash for his work across the streams. It's been good. Thanks, Deck, for coming in, mate.
Thanks, Aaron.
Beautiful stuff from you. Your debut on the mic. We'll get you back next year, mate.
I'll love to come back.
Well, wherever you are. You're saying you might go to Melbourne anyway. We'll see what happens, mate. Anyway, thanks for you. I've been Aaron Roberts. I've really enjoyed it. St Patrick's College win the 2025 Tassie Hawks Cup.